Hello and what is up guys, and welcome back to another video from Screencasters. And today I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my Cyber Dragons to the channel. Now this is the deck profile update for November. Not much has changed, but there are some significant changes that I do want to discuss with you guys to get your guys' opinions on. And as with all my deck profiles, check the description box. You can see a long list of tech cards that you can try out in Cyber Dragons yourselves. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So it starts off pretty standard. We got 3 Cyber Dragon to start of the deck. You want to play them at 3 because you kind of need them at 3. Then we're doing 3 Cyber Dragon Core. You need 3 of them because he is the searcher for your search card, arguably the best monster in the main deck. Then we're doing 3 Cyber Dragon Dry. He's pretty standard. I really don't like this card. A lot of people seem to have mixed reactions about this card, but it's good, but you run him at 3 because he's the best Cyber Dragon that you can play 3 of. Besides the ones you already played 3 of. However, I have made some severe changes to the extra deck, so the limitation of making all Cyber Dragons you become level 5 and being only able to summon machines for the turn is not really much of a hindrance. There's only one monster in the extra deck that you can't really bring out with this effect. And last of Cyber Dragons, I'm playing one Zwei. You play him because of Power Bond, and he's another target. If you can cut him, go for it, but I still feel the need to play him because you need to make that Power Bond as alive as possible. Then we're playing 3 Galaxy Soldier. This card is super amazing. It tutors out your rank 5s, which is basically what this build is leaning towards. I mean, yes, you can steal games with the Power Bond. However, this build is leaning a little bit more towards the rank 5s, and it's a more safer way to go to your OTK. And having Galaxy Soldier 3 really helps that in this build. I'm still playing a pretty big Kaiju engine, and I'm playing 3 Jizz Kaiju. He's the light machine one, so he's the one that's basically going to be bringing out the most, either on your side of the field for attacking, or on your opponent's side of the field to contact for your Fortress Dragon. Then we're playing 1 Dogoran, 1 Gamecill, and 1 Kumungus. I mean, Gamecill and Dogoran are pretty self-explanatory. They're level 8s. They help you go into Titanic Galaxy with your Slumber. However, Kumungus is there for the Blue Eyes matchup because you don't really want to give the Blue Eyes player a level 8 to XYZ with. So Kumungus being a level 7 is pretty useful overall. I'm still playing the Golden Jet and Electromagnetic Turtle. Golden Jet really helps you in a pinch get to your free level 5s. With your instant fusion to go into infinity for free, it's searchable, which is pretty nice, and Turtle has actually saved me a few games. The idea with Turtle is you dump him with your Rampage Dragon, and if you don't secure the OTK, you're safe from taking a lot of damage next turn. And last, the main deck, we've got 2 Maxi because this deck wants to go first. It kind of has to with the Cyber Dragons and the Kaijus, so you can just take your opponent's monster and tribute it, or if they don't have a monster, you can just Power Bond them for game. But having Max C is super integral for this format. On for the spells, we got 3 Power Bond. It is your win condition. You need this in your opening hand to basically secure your games if you have any Cyber Dragon monsters. However, the problem is drawing multiple, so I might cut it in another card in the future for 2 Pot of Desires, but I don't own any right now. But if you're playing this online, it doesn't really matter, I guess, so put in 2 Pot Desires wherever you see fit. I'm playing 3 Kaiju Slumber. It is your playmaker as well as your Dark Hole. If you open an Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and a core, you're gonna win. You can set up so much advantage with that, it's insane. And it helps clear the board for the OTK, at the very least. And we're playing 3 Instant Fusion to help go into our Infinity a lot easier. If you only draw 1 level 5, it's no problem because Instant Fusion gets to your second one, which most of the time is your Panzer Dragon. And at the very least, you can summon that Panzer Dragon, let it die during end phase, and blow up 1 card on the field. I'm still playing 2 Cyber Repair Plan. I really don't see the need for 3 in this build. If you're playing Pot of Desires, go for it, because you don't want to banish them all. However, you don't want to draw this in your opening hand. You always want to search it with your core. Games are ending pretty quickly nowadays, especially in this build and this deck, so I really feel the need for 2. If you want to put more, go for it if you're playing Pod Desires. However, in this build, you don't really want to draw multiples. And we're playing 2 Twin Twister to get rid of those Solemn Strikes and those warnings to help secure our Power Bond OTK. And last in the main deck, we got 1 Limb Removal, 1 Regeki, 1 Foolish Burial, and 1 Upstart Goblin. So that's it for the main deck. On for the extra deck, we got 1 number 38 to go into with your Kaijus. It's pretty great. Locking out spells is super awesome and helps make your boards Regeki proof. I bumped it up to 2 Cyber Dragon Infinity and 2 Cyber Dragon Nova. Most of the time I was believing only 1 Infinity because you can cycle it back with the Repair Plant. However, the time has come that you do need two, because the first one is more prone to being stopped. The second one is more so of your insurance at the late game, if it does get to that state. But yeah, you definitely don't need three. For the rank 5s, we got one Volcasaurus, one Magnaliger, and one Zenmayo. The reason you run the Magnaliger instead of like an Adreus or a Tiras is because it's a machine, so if you use Dry's effect, you can still go into it. The same goes for Zenmayo. In Volcasaurus, you can pop a monster, burn your opponent for game, and steal games very easily like that. For the power bond targets, we got 2 Rampage Dragon. It's pretty nice. It's your win condition. No reason to play 3 though. We got 2 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon because you only really need 2. You basically go into 2, but you never really go into 3. More so of your later games. At the very least, you can side the third one, but I only see the need for 2. You run 1 Barbroid because if Nova dies by card effect, you can bring this guy out, which is pretty good. And to end our deck profile, we got the instant fusion targets, 1 Parapsychroid and 1 Panzer Dragon. And for those of you who don't know, you actually run the Parapsychroid instead of the Panzer Dragon because if you have to, you can power bond it and do 3200 to the face per game. So yeah, that is my Cyber Dragon deck profile update for the month of November. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, check the description box to see a long list of tech cards that you can try out in Cyber Dragons yourself. So yeah, don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe to my channel, which is Screencasters, for more epic and amazing videos similar to this one. Once again, my name is Yugioh from Screencasters. I am signing out.